Hey, Leo. Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your July 2025 career and money reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Leo, I am hearing big change leads to big rewards. Big change leads to big rewards. So some of you, there is a huge shift on the horizon, and I feel like it is for the better. Now, yeah, you have King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The King of Pentacles is big boss energy. I feel like you have worked hard to get to where you are at, and some of you have gone through loss, transformation, and you've taken a hit. And I'm getting a common theme that has been showing up for all signs. So this tells me it's a collective energy ushering through the month of July, but that theme is recovery. Recovery of financial loss. For those of you who have taken a hit, either financially, even emotionally, or with your health, it feels like July is bringing balance and restoring financial abundance is what I'm picking up on here for you. So let's take a look and see what are the key themes playing out for you. Again, the message, big change is leading to big awards or big results here. So you have take action. Take action. Whatever your question is, this is telling you to go for it. Whatever it is that you've been contemplating here, go for it. I feel like July is the green light that maybe you've been waiting for. There could be news, messages, or communication that show up for you in the month of July that allow you to move forward or to take something to the next level. Do not procrastinate or wait to take that next step to get ahead. Just do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let the opportunity pass you by. So it feels like you are meant to be an active participant in this change, which means you get that ball rolling. Whether it is you planting the seeds and you reaching out here, asking for help, asking for support, guidance. Maybe it's applying for that job. It could be putting your creative art out into the world. It can be about unleashing those abilities of yours and allowing yourself to express what it is that you want to express. So whatever action means for you, and we're going to narrow it down here and see what your best action step is to take in the month of July, but I feel like you are advocating, right? You see all of these protesters here out in the streets advocating for their rights, for their beliefs, their values, and that's what it feels like. You are advocating for what it is that you want. You have leadership showing up here. Leo, you are a natural born leader. And some of you may feel at times a bit intimidated. You may say, well, I'd rather just kind of hang back, and I don't want to be a CEO of a company, or I don't want to be in a managerial role. I just want to do my work and be of service and feel good, feel happy, and make a living. Well, stepping into leadership doesn't mean that you have to be, a big boss energy. Although many of you are, I feel like you are stepping into your role as sitting in the driver's seat of your own life. This is about you telling a story of success and failure, right? Telling a story here of climbing and at times feeling that rock slide come down on you. And I feel like you are intermingling everything that you have learned, everything that you have been challenged in the past. And that actually propels you to grow. That allows you to fully step into this leadership. Just like the king and queens in tarot, they have been pages, right? They have been knights. They've had to endure difficulties and the beginning of things in order to rise to the top. And I see here that your career will improve once you accept and step into your power, which can be unleashing those creative abilities, which can be speaking up and advocating for yourself in some way. But it could also be being a business owner or going for that higher role that you may want. And I see that you have the ability to manifest the life that you want for yourself. I'm getting magician vibes here, and I'm looking to see, and we do have the magician. Yes, we do. So it feels like you do have all of the skills, the tools to basically share your personal superpower with the world. You have what it takes here, Leo. So no more holding back. Some of you may have been following the crowd in fear of putting yourself out there. Like I just mentioned earlier, perhaps you were saying, Mel, I'm just going to follow, and that's okay with me. But I feel like that gives other people the reins to make choices and decisions for you. And that's not what you are moving into. That's not the energy here that is propelling you forward. I feel like your higher self is saying, this is you being bold, being wise, and really, again, unleashing that ability of yours, putting it out into the world because the world needs you. So no more holding back. You have the coffin card. Some of you, the block here may be debt or financial obligations, challenges. Perhaps you were not taught how to invest wisely, or you may have gone through, again, a hit that a lot of the world had taken many hits over the last few years. Some of you, it's been more than a few years here. You may have had a job that has ended. This could also be financial challenges due to family emergencies or health issues or the shutdown of a company here or toxicity in the workspace. Whatever reasoning was for your financial challenges, it is part of your story, but it doesn't have to be the end all be all. It doesn't have to be your outcome. You can't go back and change what had happened. You can learn from it. You can grow. You can evolve and become a better version of yourself. And to me, that is true leadership. That right there is true leadership here. And we have the coins showing up for you, Leo. Money coming in. This is where you are going. Big change leads to big rewards. And these rewards here, it does look like you have a lot of money that you're tapping into, or a lot of wealth, a lot of abundance, whatever wealth and abundance looks like for you. And some of you, it is cha-ching, right? It is the coin here. But for others of you, it is going to be freedom. It is going to have a roof over your head or food in the refrigerator. It feels like wealth is different for each and every one of us, but this looks like good investments after feeling like you've gone through difficulties here. Some of you have lost money maybe in the stock market, or you've lost money due to whatever those challenges were. But I feel like this is luck on your side here. Why? Because you have created this for yourself. You have faced some of those fears head on. You have remained as positive as you possibly can, despite what you've gone through here. You've continued to work on yourself. You've continued to continue climbing, basically, is what I'm getting here. Even though you've been knocked down, you get up again. And I am getting the strength here, which is your major arcana, Leo. So this is getting a raise. You deserve this win. You deserve to incorporate this new change into your life that is going to bear fruit because you've earned it. It wasn't handed to you. You have earned it, even if it is a settlement, an inheritance, or if it is back pay of a situation. I feel like you've worked hard for it. And if you, for any reason, have doubted your beautiful path or your journey or your skills, I feel like you are fully stepping into that now. And you're saying, wait a second, I am putting doubt in the back seat here. I'm getting in the driver's seat of my own life, and I am moving forward. And I see you moving forward here. It looks like there's more abundance coming in. So this could be through a promotion. It could be through, shifting in your business here, making some big changes when it comes to finances and maybe your spending habits or old patterns here. It looks like you're stepping out of an old role because you've taken accountability, you've taken responsibility for your money matters, and that is actually going to get you ahead. All right, we have here your current energy. Where are you right now on your professional path? You have the temperance energy here. Some of you, well, a lot of you have tried to be as patient as possible, tried to moderate your spending, right? Not overspending, but you're also trying not to, you're trying to find balance, okay? Not overspending, not overdoing it, but at the same time, you don't want to deny yourself of life's pleasures. So you're kind of keeping the balance there with the scales. And I see also some of you are embracing more peace. You've already done the heavy lifting. There may have been situations that were out of your control. And you may have felt like you've swung from one side to the other. Like, okay, I'm feeling great this month. And then the next month, there's been a big hit. Some of you get paid by commission is what I'm picking up on here. But for others of you, I feel like you've been planning, you have been preparing, you have money in certain accounts here, and it feels like you've been riding something out, like riding out the wave of change. And it feels like that there is change ushering in that is going to bring about a new sense of stabilization for you here. So what is your soul aligned purpose? What's the deeper calling here? 5 of Cups. To release any emotional attachments that you've had from a past experience or a past job, because I feel like it lines up with the coffin here. Some of you took a hit and it affected you emotionally, mentally, and financially here. And I see that, part of this shift has to do with fully closing the door to that past story, because that past doesn't have to define you. It's part of your story, like I mentioned earlier, the highs and the lows, the failures and the successes, right? The ups and downs. But I feel like instead of focusing on the failures, instead of focusing on the hits, instead of focusing on the loss, you are shifting that energy. And you may actually be here to help other people do the same. You may be here to help businesses turn around. You may be here to help individuals, come back to a space where they feel more confident. It feels like confidence is returning to you, Leo. And you may be inspiring other people to take action. You may be an inspiration to many. That is part of your purpose here, because the 5 of Cups is saying, okay, you sat in this space for a while, but I feel like now past pain is receding. New hope is emerging. You have gone through the grieving, which is perfectly normal when we go through a situation that is challenging. But your flex here is that you didn't give up, that you sat in that space for a while, you reevaluated, you did some soul searching, you may have shifted your perspective and really learned and integrated what you've gone through here. And I feel like you're going to come out on top and you're going to help other people do the same. That is part of your soul's purpose. Now, what are your gifts, your strengths? 9 of Cups. To see the positivity in things, but also to know when you're feeling restless. Now, this is actually a strength of yours. It's a unique gift that you have when something is starting to feel a bit restless. I feel like you don't want to spend a lot of time sitting in that restlessness here. You want change, and that's probably why that was showing up for you in the beginning of your reading. Big change leads to big results, because you have some dreams, you have some wishes here that you are going to meet. I feel like you're bringing them to life. There's no stopping you. And even though there may have been some setbacks here, as I always say, the comeback is stronger than the setback. And the 9 of Cups here is about feeling content, feeling emotionally fulfilled, because something in the past with that 5 of Cups did feel like it was a distraction, or it was a part of your life, a time of your life where you had to go through and endure something that was, emotionally difficult, which we all will go through a phase or two like that in our life many times. But you have the gift here of returning back to source, returning back to a space of, okay, I am going to go towards what makes me happy. I am going to continue getting up and moving towards my dreams, bringing those dreams to life, because this is the wish card here. The Nine of Cups is about satisfaction and accomplishment. And Leo, I feel like that is your biggest flex here. Your biggest gift is you are always going to feel a sense of accomplishment as long as you are true to your soul, as long as you are true to your path. You have some really beautiful, incredible skill sets. You have some wonderful spiritual gifts as well. And it's important that you take those ideas, take those divine downloads that you have, take the curiosities and inspirations and bring them to life. Those are your strengths. And I feel like you can help other people do the same. Now, what are the challenges and the blocks? Well, you're going to know what your own personal struggles are. You have this strength energy here. And when the strength shows up, this is you being far, far stronger than you might believe yourself to be. So belief could come in for you. You may start to question or self-doubt those beautiful skills of yours. You may start to ask, do I have the strength to move forward on this project? Do I have the capabilities to be able to make my dreams happen? So when we start to second guess and we start to doubt our paths or our skill sets here, that can block us from growth. It can put a foggy layer up around our clarity, and it can push away fulfillment because we tend to get caught in fight, flight, or fawn with the strength card. Now we become avoidant, right? Fight, flight energy. We become avoidant and we don't do anything at all. We don't take action. We become resistant, right? With that fight energy, and we start to, fight what our intuitive knowing is telling us, or we tend to fawn, we tend to people please, we build other people's dreams instead of our own, or we let other people make choices for us. And I see here that that could be a bit of a struggle at times, and you are being guided to remember your soul self. Remember that, strength isn't just given to us. You've already gone through challenges in the past that have earned you the badge of strength here, right? Because you've gone through situations where sometimes you don't realize how strong you are until you go through them. But you may be saying, well, Mel, that situation I couldn't come back from, or it was something that I'm still trying to pay off that debt, or I'm still recovering from that divorce or from that loss. But I see here that your belief here is significant, and that belief is what is going to shift everything. And I kept telling you that story. There's something here about shifting your story that is going to shift your timeline. And I feel like you are embracing your courage, you're embracing hope, you're embracing compassion. So self-forgiveness can be significant here. Forgiveness in general. So if there's any sort of forgiveness that maybe needs to be released, that could be blocking or challenging you in some way. Maybe forgiving yourself for staying in situations past the allotted time, or making the choices that you've made in the past have led to some consequences, and you may be very harsh on yourself because of those consequences, but you have the ability to shift the outcome. You can't go back and change what's happened, but you can learn from it. You can forgive yourself or forgive others, and I see that you're far stronger by doing so. All right, what are the opportunities? What positive shift is coming in for you? 8 of Cups. Well, you're walking towards that 9 of Cups energy. So we see that showing up in your strengths, right? It is a gift that is coming in, and you're walking right towards it. But first, right? But first, there is a but first here. But first you must need or leave something or someone behind in order to grow. Now, oftentimes we can look at the Eight of Cups as leaving behind something or walking towards something. I'll leave that up to you. But I feel like you are walking away or moving towards something in order for you to grow, in order for you to discover. Because you are on the quest for something deeper. You are on the quest for something more meaningful. There's a new path ahead for you. And even though, Leo, this is a July reading, it feels like this plays out for you for the next 6 months, throughout the rest of 2025, where this is a path that you are meant to explore. And sometimes we sit in our comfort zone and we sit in discomfort. But I feel like you are aware. You are aware that's another gift that you have, is when you start to become restless. It's like change is being ushered in. It almost feels at times, Leo, like you thrive in change. Now, some people fear change heavily. I am a person who loves change, but at the same time, I crave stability, but I know that change is going to lead to evolution. It's going to lead to growth. It's going to lead to breakthroughs. So at the same time, I embrace change because I knew that there will be a new sense of stability that comes with it. So basically, it's a balancing act here. And I see with this Eight of Cups, this is my Eat, Pray, Love card. Eat, Pray, Love, for those of you that are familiar with the book or the movie with Julia Roberts. Things may look great on paper. Your friends or your family may say, what are you doing, Leo? What are you doing here? Do you really think you can make a living doing that? Or is this in your highest good here? I think that this would be better for you. There may be people who have their opinions. There may be people who are not sure about the choices that you're making. But ultimately, this is your dream. This is your life. So you must take action, inspired action, to move in a direction that aligns with your path. And I do see here you on this new path. And there's a level of excitement, but don't let distractions get the best of you. All right. There is something huge coming in, and I keep getting big rewards, but it is going to require change. And I feel like that change has already been initiated. So what are the action steps for you to take? King of Cups. Beautiful energy. King of Cups is someone who's very loving, very supportive. He is emotionally intelligent. He's patient. He is compassionate. He is kind. I feel like you are being asked to trust. Trust here is an action that you can take, but also you're keeping your emotions or feelings at bay. Not letting the sharks of the mind, of the emotional depth, drown you. That is part of your action. Regulate your nervous system at this time. Do some somatic healing, somatic therapy. Could be breath work. Perhaps it's TRE, trauma release exercises. It could be yoga. Whatever you are doing to keep that emotional capacity here of yours at bay, but allow yourself to tune into that spiritual portal. The King of Cups is highly, highly intuitive. He's highly intelligent here, and he's not going to let any of those sharks drown his ship. So that is your action step. Lean into love. Lean into your intuition and trust in the process. Trust that this change that is upon you is going to bear fruit bigger than anything you've ever experienced in your past, right? I feel like there's a whole cornucopia of beautiful, abundant opportunities waiting on the other side of fear. Now let's look at the long-term potential. Where is this leading you if you stay true to you? We have the Magician, magic. Magic, you are being guided here, Leo, to share your personal powers, your superpowers. What makes you you? What makes you unique? You're being guided to share those skills with the world. And you're going to see magic taking place. Those dreams of yours, those wishes, those inspiring hits, downloads that you have been receiving since the day you were born, right? Many of you, this could be a childhood dream. This may be something that you have been working towards for the last 20 years. Whatever it is here for you, I feel like it's been a long time coming though with this temperance energy. You've had to be patient. You've had to grow. You've had to learn. You've had to evolve. And I feel like you now are taking care of yourself. You're leaning into self-love. That's also an action step with that King of Cups, because your long-term outcome here is being able to communicate your needs and have the energy to be able to do so, because the Magician is a natural born leader. He really is. He is someone who is communicative. He's ruled by Gemini and Virgo. He's very, very talented. He has many skills, right? He has all these tricks that he pulls out of the hat. And I feel like you are also on stage. I mean, some of you could quite literally be a content creator, maybe an actor. You could be in front of a crowd. Maybe you're a speaker. You may be attending workshops, or you are the one speaking at workshops or seminars here. The Magician is a communicator, and you are being asked to use that throat chakra, unleash your creative abilities, express yourself in bigger ways than you thought possible. Therefore, you will reap bigger rewards than you ever thought possible. Allow the magic to enter your world. Allow yourself to believe in magic. And I'm hearing that song, Do You Believe in Magic? I love it. Now, bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Pentacles. So not only are you leaning into something that emotionally and intuitively and spiritually satisfies you, but there's money behind it. The King of Coins, right? There will be money that follows you here. This is about you working your way to the top here. And I feel like if you stay disciplined, if you stay organized, if you stay true to you, there will be plenty of abundance that shows up. And there's the coin, right? There literally is the coin showing up, money coming in, wealth, good investments, whatever this is that is changing right here, right now in the month of July. And it probably has already started to show up in your world. You already know what this is for you. You're starting to see that things are moving forward in a better direction. Things are starting to take off here for you after building and saving and working on yourself and working on the law of attraction, right? Working on your spiritual path of abundance here. You're starting to see everything coming together. This is beautiful. Now we do have here saving money. And because that key theme of recovery keeps showing up all across the board, July, perhaps we see some prices go down where things may be a little more affordable. You may pay off a bill or some form of debt where you have a little more money in your pocket. You may be applying some money that you receive, maybe through a settlement or an inheritance. There may be money that comes your way that you're able to, pay off some bills, or you're able to pay down on some credit cards, but you're also able to put some money aside. I do see many of you saving more in the month of July. Possibly because you've been working a lot. Some of you have been working overtime. You've been working overtime here, or you have been creating multiple income sources in your spare time. So this could even be, if you have children, when the children are in bed, or this could be after hours. You are working on your business ideas, or you're working on finding a home. This may be real estate transactions. I feel like you're putting time and energy into what it is that you want. And some of you are also focusing or need to focus on better sleep patterns or habits, because you could be receiving a lot of divine downloads and massive healing and shifts during your dream state. Next, you have spending. Because the calculator is there and all of the numbers, I feel like some of you are strategizing, and I'm seeing the book. I think it's Think Rich, Grow Rich. Is it the Napoleon Hill? I forget what the name of it is, but it feels like some of you are reading books or listening to podcasts around finances or money. There's something that inspires you, and you may be budgeting here. Perhaps you're connecting to a King of Pentacles. This could be a financial advisor, a tax accountant. It could even be learning how to, grow rich. Think rich, grow rich here. And I see that you're going to have enough. Some of you are wanting to maybe purchase or sell a home or a business. You may be looking at numbers and saying, okay, what do we need to do here? Or what do I need to do to take action, to take something to the next level? So I do see you getting organized with your finances, but you're being responsible as well, because many of us have responsibilities that we have shouldered. You see that this gentleman here is carrying bricks, and it feels like there's support or financial support here, or something that is helping you out, resources, maybe a new income source. This could be a raise or a promotion. Something is helping you out, but because you have taken money into your own hands here, you've learned how to be responsible. You've learned how to be accountable for your own consequences here. So responsibilities are coming in, but at the same time, I just feel like you're being diligent. I feel like you are being smart. You're being savvy with your money. And I feel like you're not going to spend frivolously, or you're not going to make big purchases without thinking things through here. So you are being responsible with your money, but I also feel like your confidence is growing. Confidence is growing. It looks like wealth is growing. You're thinking rich here. So let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Leo for finances and abundance for the month of July? Month of July here. All right, you have Yang energy. How interesting. This has come up for another sign as well. Perhaps that was Gemini. It may have been Gemini's energy. This is the masculine principle of movement. Basically, it's the Emperor. This is about creative activity as well. The power to make things happen, taking action. And that's your first card out here, take action. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. I just said that, and that's also the strength here. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny. That's the magician. The magician is the ultimate alchemist. You have the ability here to create and write a new story, a new outcome for your money book. Projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, Leo, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. Beautiful. That's that magic. That's that magician. That's that big change equals big rewards. Let's get a message here from your spirit animals. And at this time, if you can safely do so, Leo, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. A nice big inhale through your nose. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and release through your mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra. the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild or domesticated, mystical or magical. This could be a pet that you have at home, one that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or an animal that's crossed your path recently in the great outdoors. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you have to do is drop your power animal or animals in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into the free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you are vibing with the energy here. All right, your first card out, Crow. Crow spirit. Some of you may notice that the crows have been loud. This is your confirmation or sign that you are co-creating with spirit, that you're not doing this alone, that your biggest manifesting partner is meeting you halfway. But you are that active participant here. And I feel like you are going to take, one step toward the gods. They take 10 steps towards you. And Crow Spirit is reminding you of that. Some of you may be born on the 17th, the 6th, the 2nd, or you may be 59 years old. You have Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Yeah, things are about to take off for you here. This could be a business taking off. This is your career taking off. Finances finally are getting out of that, obstacle phase onto the make it happen phase. And I definitely see momentum building here for you. Remember to have fun. Remember to believe in magic. Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. And what I love about this is the Magician, the Strength card, and also the Two of Pentacles all have the infinity symbol above them in most of the traditional tarot cards. Now, the only one that's missing here is the Two of Pentacles, but you are juggling things up just fine. You have the Magician and the Strength. So that is a confirmation here, Leo, that you are open to infinite possibility. You are tapping into that energy. And lastly, Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. And a lot of you have started to create confidence and trust more so than ever before. And to me, I feel like that is the foundation here. Confidence and trust. That is what is being laid. That is the groundwork. And of course, there's physical work, there's mental work, there's work that you are applying and you've been putting into something, but it feels like you are now bearing the fruits of that hard work, or you're about to. Something over the course of the next 6 months for you is really going to shift the dynamic. Big change equals big results, big rewards. And I feel like it's quite exciting because this is something that perhaps you've been wanting for, again, quite some time with that Temperance energy. And lastly, let's get a message from your soul's truth. To whom am I comparing myself right now? What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on the feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today's soul action. Today, stop comparing, start creating, start, actively participating and taking action, because we do get stuck in a comparison trap. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. It's going to happen probably again, but you are equipped with the wisdom to know the difference, to be consciously aware of what is happening when you start to compare your abilities, your skills, or your life with that of another. You're reining it in and saying, wait a second, I don't have to lower my frequencies based on low self-worth, based on not trusting, based on lack of confidence. Now you're saying, wait a second, I admire that. I admire that that's the life that they build, because I see that within myself, and I have the ability to create that for myself, because you're remembering that you are not only powerful beyond measure, you're stronger than you believe yourself to be, and you are here to share your personal powers with the rest of the world. So don't dim your light to fit in. Don't hold back or stay in your comfort zone out of fear. Step up into this leadership, whatever leadership may look like for you. That is what I have for you, Leo. If you enjoyed today's reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share with someone who might enjoy the content as well. And don't forget to drop your power animals in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. And for those of you that are candle lovers, if you've spotted here in the background, I have this beautiful soy candle from Healing Light Soy Candles, 100% vegan and soy, farm and raised here in the USA. If you are interested, they smell delicious. They have actually little crystals in them as well. This one is Citrus Mojito Carnelian, and they are really, really inspiring. So get yourself some. You can find all of the information along with discount codes in the description box below. Thank you again for tuning in, Leo. Lots of love.